I could take my finger off, old dog, old trick, new twist. Like actually take the finger off, wrap it in a blanket as he would a severed horse head. Mail it to a friend you want a pinky swear more with. And should they need a forearm or something they can practice drawing skulls on, cut it from the shoulder while the sore's warm. The full appendage really make a world of difference. Included 2 or 30 teeth that chew at all your critics. 32 would have been perfect, 2 were casualties of its hits. I always wanted radder things for Christmas, the rest were cool. I'm shipping out a torso with the AM. You should learn to hit the organs every time at 40 paces, it's important. I can't explain why now, by the way. Legs in a crate, delivery by today. If a uniformed man knock, sign his document, you shouldn't have to walk out to the mailbox for the other shit.
My mom was a lunch lady when I was in elementary school. She was outside during recess, she had a whistle and I thought that was cool. She was really nice to all the kids who didn't have a lot of friends. She would give them hugs and tell them jokes, or she'd play catch with them. And my dad worked at the laundromat, which was really cool to me. I'd get to open up the washing machines and clean them out and collect the money, and I'd open the soap dispenser and put new little boxes of soap inside. I knew how it worked and I was good at it, and helping out filled me with a sense of pride. I would meet all kinds of people there and I would look them in the eye and I'd say, hi, excuse me, but do you mind if I shine the glass while your clothes dry? Yeah, my whole life is a delicate cycle, delicate cycle. My whole life is a delicate cycle. My whole life is a delicate cycle, delicate cycle. My whole life is a delicate cycle.
Inside a jar with a lid, a giant arm with a head. They said it used to walk upright in like New York after 10. One day it woke up out of order, nothing more to extend. Delicate cycle and the alpha of its orbiting zen. When interpersonal skill is already poured its best, a conversation can be riddled with exorbitant debt. And you don't know it, but I know I owe you more than I've kept. So if you find a biohazard by your door on the step, maybe it couldn't find its faculties but swore it would help. Want it to be a larger part than its abnormalcies let. Hang on, I'm overnighting eyes with a headlight deer stare. One up Vin Van, UPS and ear pair. Wear 'em if you need a new perspective on a weird year. And one day when I'm better we can square away a fair share. The last frame silhouetted by the sun was an airmail stamp on a still warm tongue.
I was 26 years old the first time I lived in a house with a washer and dryer in it, and that's the year I bottomed out. Maybe what was missing was the sense of community that comes from hauling your big old load out in public and airing your dirty laundry in the company of other people who also don't have the amenities at their convenience in a home that's so set up that they never have to leave. I miss the smell, the dust, the coins, the trust, the squeaky carts, the vibrations, the bucket full of bleach, the dryer sheets, the old payphone, the giant sink. I'd watch my daddy mop the floor and my heart started with a quarter. I'd watch my daddy mop the floor and my heart started with a quarter.
My whole life is a delicate cycle, a delicate cycle. My whole life is a delicate cycle. My whole life is a delicate cycle, delicate cycle. My whole life is a delicate cycle, a delicate cycle. My whole life is a delicate cycle, a delicate cycle, delicate cycle. My whole life is a delicate cycle, delicate cycle. My whole life is a delicate cycle, delicate cycle, delicate cycle. My whole life is a delicate cycle, delicate cycle.
I took the Polaroid down in my room. I'm pretty sure you have a new girlfriend. It's not as if I don't like you, it just makes me sad whenever I see it. 'Cause I like to be gone most of the time, and you like to be home most of the time. If I stay in one place, I lose my mind. I'm a pretty impossible lady to be with. Joey never met a bike that he didn't wanna ride, and I never met a Toby that I didn't like. Scotty liked all of the books that I recommended, wouldn't be offended. I had a dream that I had to drive to Madison to deliver a painting. For some silly reason I took a wrong turn and ended up in Michigan. Paul Barabo took me to the giant tire swing, gave me a push and he started singing. I sang along while I was swinging. The sound of our voices made us forget everything that had ever hurt our feelings. Joey never met a bike that he didn't want to ride, and I never met a Toby that I didn't like. Scotty liked all of the books that I recommended. Even if he didn't die, wouldn't be offended. Wouldn't be offended. Now I'm home for less than 24 hours. That's hardly time to take a shower, hug my family and take your picture off the wall, check my email, write a song and make a few phone calls before it's time to leave again. I've got one hand on the steering wheel, one waving out the window. If I'm a spinster for the rest of my life, my arms will keep me warm on cold and lonely nights. Joey never met a bike that he didn't want to ride, and I never met a Toby that I didn't like. Scotty liked all of the books that I recommended. Even if he didn't die, wouldn't be offended. Even if he didn't die, wouldn't be offended.
There are days I couldn't fight my way out of a wet paper bag, even if I had Edward Scissorhands. And there are times I kick and scream and cry because I'm swept up in a hurricane of shit that's hard to leave behind. This snowball's chances are fantastic, with elemental from my past hell bent on escalating fast. There are days I couldn't fight my way out of a wet paper bag, even if I had Edward Scissorhands.
If I had Edward Scissorhands hands, I would whittle pods and pentagrams, like say hello to my little friends. Give me 10, snip, snip, harvester of middlemen and thumbs, pit against a bit of introspective sludge. In a moment of resetting is motivated for getting home. A den of grotesque overstepping, where blood ain't thick as a face full of spit from a Eucharistic minister enraged with his kid. The very same hand feeding Christ to parishioners, later bunch tight punch lights at his miniatures and images I don't associate with my awareness anymore, but I've recently been daring to explore instead of bury. Schlep home, juggling wet stones, the handshakes sting, but the hug is a death go. The son of a spitfire show up in the wet snow. He's cutting the tripwire, he's opened a window like a mercenary gunning for a slumbering destro in the penultimate seconds of a budding crescendo. Beast don't snooze, scissor hand fetch, cut a pig heart from a wicked man's chest. Say goodbye, maybe hang a hide on the fence for a fantasy alive in the eyes of revenge. Oh, and accidentally injure a jam band if I had Edward Scissorhands hands.
I will wrap my arms around you, and I will not let them get through to harm you. My fingers will be just like barbed wire surrounding you, and I will not let them through to do the things they want to do to you. I will wrap my arms around you. I will wrap my arms around you. And I will not let them get through to find you. My fingers will be just like barbed wire surrounding you. It's hard, I know it too. Fantastically, I can be too old too. I know it's hard, I could fight my way out. Always paper bag, even if I had Edward Scissorhands. If I had Edward Scissorhands hands. If I had Edward Scissorhands hands. wanted to be better than my friends. I just wanted to prove wrong the people in my head. The ones who told me I'd be better off dead. The ones who told me that I would never win. When I delivered newspapers, they said I was too slow. When I was a barista, they said I made lousy foam. When I worked in retail, they said I was a slob. Much too dumb for school and much too lazy for a job. So I rode my bike like lightning, and I made cappuccinos that would make the angels sing. Took 2 showers a day, and I dressed up like a princess. Shook my fist in my own face and said, I'll show you who's the best. I wrote the kinds of papers teachers hang up on their walls. I was employee of the month at 7 different shopping malls. And one time playing football, I pulled the tendons in my leg. To prove that I was tough, I hopped on one foot and finished up the game. I thought if I succeeded, I'd be happy and they'd go away. But first thing every morning, I'd still wake up and I'd hear them say, you're fat, ugly, and stupid, you should really be ashamed. No one will ever like you, you're not good at anything. And sometimes I'd rise to the challenge, but other times I'd feel so bad that I could not get out of bed. And on the days I stayed in bed, I sang and sang and sang about how crappy I felt, not realizing how many other people would relate. Send me emails that say thanks for saying the things they didn't know how to say. And the people in my head still visit me sometimes, and they bring all of their friends, but I don't mind. I play my guitar like lightning. When I sing, I like it when you sing too loud and clear. Different voices, different tones, all saying, yeah, we're not alone. I got good at feeling bad, and that's why I'm still here. I got good at feeling bad, and that's why I'm still here. I got good at feeling bad, and that's why I'm still here. I wish that your headaches would subside, my friend, and that your healing isn't just a case of double contact lens. I've got my name down for a table at the Jambi Cafe, so I can echo like a hiney-ho all of your pain away. And I am outside D's variety. I'm up on the brick wall, and it's the first time that this tongue of mine has licked a fireball. I close my eyes and feel the burn and say, yeah, bring it on. I feel weak, but I'm trying to prove to myself that I'm strong. I feel weak, but I'm trying to prove to myself that I'm strong.
I heard you ate shit at the skate ramp. 2 left feet watering a face plant. Dude, you know the skater diet is just a term. The latter half is fully independent of the first. Still I get it, you were curbside sense to observe from the low risk prison of a sedentary perch, all jittery, bolt triggering your inner tomboy, timidly slipping into the military convoy. Dang, loose trucks aim for the fun box, juiced up, cruising over urethane gumdrops. You hit the kicker, warp speed, yelling punk rock. Turns out plywood's not a fan of tough talk. Oof, queued up a slow-mo heave-ho. Everybody staring at the airborne freak show. Scrape knees in a very bruised ego. You're a good kid, just a goofy Knievel. The good news is it really doesn't matter. The other good news is an apple jelly ranger, and it won't heal wounds, but it will heal moods. And it's sweet and it's sour and it's green and it rules. Can't do much so the cut won't sting, but you can make a couple taste buds go zing. You can't do much so the cut won't sting, but you can make a couple taste buds go zigga zigga zing.
If you got bit by a viper from the Amazon, I would sneak my dad's X-Acto and cut X's in your arms, and I would suck out all the venom causing chaos and confusion, and replace that shit with the Smith and Ovaltine transfusion. And I'm on the stoop at Joe's
shit.
Guys, what is this? What could I have done to deserve such awesomeness? What could I have done to deserve such awesomeness? New York City really like a graveyard? They all ask me and I say, well, it was last week, but man, that was in the past. See, I stopped going to the places where the people act so nasty and pretentious, 'cause I'm happy sitting with my friends in sidewalks singing songs. And some people are still standing in the way of where I'm going, so I say, please excuse me, step aside or keep on moving. And I guess they sense that my momentum meant that I was winning, but I'm only just beginning, and I'd rather go with friends than go alone. And some people grab my hands and some people grab my shirt. Some people race ahead to see if they can get there first. Some people stay behind 'cause they've got something else in mind. Whatever you decide, if you are true to you, you're gonna be alright. Like Akita, he's a father, now he is in love with Amber. Their baby's name is Skylar, he's a baby of the summer. I wonder as I wander if I'll ever settle down, or if every day I'll take my roots uprooted en route to another town. I was sitting on a couch somewhere watching VH1 when I found out that Bruce Springsteen is his mother's only son. I'm my mother's only daughter, we were both born to run, but even he says it's amazing raising babies in the place where you come from. But I am a rock tumbler, I've got rocks inside my head, and just because they come out shining doesn't mean that they are diamonds. And I guess that my worst nightmare is your very favorite bar. When I'm worth my weight in shell and slate, I'll know that I'm a super duper star. I'll be a great big ball of burning gas, and I'll be sitting on my big fat ass and sipping Cristal Light beside a plastic wading pool. And the next day I'll be somewhere else. Part of me will hate myself, part of me will know deep down that I am pretty cool. The part of me that knows I never cared for being cool. The part of me that knows I never cared for being cool. The part of me that knows I never cared for being cool. The part of me that knows I never cared for being cool. Thick shakes, little snakes, fashion accessories, earthquakes, 5 and dime, cherry lime, wait my turn at the back of the line, barbed wire, forest fire, muddy trail, and my tires down as faster, much faster than a pill, no time to kill, take a chill, take a pill, headrest on the windowsill. I lived alone, so I took him home. He doesn't love me, but he keeps me company, everything's alright. Grape soda, locked door, lost shoes, satin star, pink ribbon, cellophane, boxing match, football game, kitchen floor, Reggie bar, monster mash, corned beef hash, aha, saxophone, 5-3, tile tone, lips parched, Susan march, flat foot, no arch. I lived alone, so I took him home. He doesn't love me, but he keeps me company, everything is alright. Why do I always pretend I can spoon a guy and still be his friend? I always wind up crushed out in the end, and it makes me crazy. Whoa, whoa, crazy. Whoa, whoa, crazy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dolly Parton was really smart when she said, it's not my head that's broken, it's my heart. Daddy, come and get me. Come and get your baby. Your big cry baby. He's going crazy. Why do I always pretend I can spoon a guy and still be his friend. I always wind up crushed out in the end. Jason Bateman, Jody Sweet, and Alex P. Keaton, Marley Gibbs, 227, Barry Watson, 7th Heaven, Ricky Schroeder, Ricky Stratton, Solly Moon, Fred Hippie, Pat, Mindy Cohen, Corey Haim, Teeny, others, Willie Ames, Webster, Joey, Jeremiah, Doug, Grassy Junior High. I lived alone, so I took him home. He doesn't love me, but he keeps me company, everything is alright.
It's important to give away your pieces in the details surrounding your death. There will always be a need for the pieces you are made of. You may one day need a few pieces yourself.
Jen stood at the finish line and waited for Dylan to cross. Then she rested her head on the young boy's chest that held the heart of the little girl she'd lost.
Outside of the influential arms of your idolatries, the object will be turning goodbyes into good biology. There will be a DOA who has some parts that seem okay, coinciding with someone you know that needs a piece replaced. And we will stand around the corpse, fishing in a well of ribs, treasure hunting just before they show you where the devil is. Nobody is judging you to vilify the guilty. I will cut and dry, be leaving with your kidney. It's important to give away your pieces in the details surrounding your death. There will always be a need for the pieces you are made of. You may one day need a few pieces yourself.
Turtle gave its shell to the crab who gave its eyes, to the bird who gave its wings, to the bat. The bat gave its sonar to the dolphin who gave its blowhole, to the whale who gave its tail, to the cat.
Outside any biases or postmortem reliance is a moment of silence that needs a poster boy for science. There will be a system which allows them to unzip your skin, cherry picking innards from the synthesis they pickle in. And someone that you never meet will wake on a convenient day, marvel in the lucky news, plug into your DNA and know the love inside a dying human's final gesture. I will cut and dry, be leaving with your liver. It's important to give away your pieces in the details surrounding your death. There will always be a need for the pieces you are made of. You may one day need a few pieces yourself. It's important to give away your pieces in the details surrounding your death. There will always be a need for the pieces you are made of. You may one day need a few pieces yourself.
Have you ever had a dream that your favorite baby's drowning and you grab him by his sweater sleeve, pull him up onto the ground and you can hear the water slosh around inside his tiny gut, push his belly up and down but he can't cough the water up. Suddenly a flood comes out his mouth till there is nothing left inside of him. He's empty now, there isn't even one small breath and he goes limp in your arms. All the people's mouths are moving, all you hear are car alarms and you wake up and start to cry. I will lose my shit if even one more person I know dies, so please don't die. My mom's sick, she's in a hospital bed. I've got a word for all you ghosts in her head and all you skeletons in her closet. Leave her alone, leave her alone, leave her alone, please. because my mom needs you gone. My mom needs you gone. As long as she is haunted, she'll never get strong. My mom needs you gone. You traded all your paper clips for a soap dish that way. Your best friend's rubber ducky wouldn't slip and slide away, but he traded his rubber duck for a cigar box to place your paper clips in. Mr. Hooper came to say, oh, my dear friends Bert and Ernie, here's a little something for each of you from me. Here are your paper clips and here's your rubber ducky. How could I ignore such selfless generosity? The human body's made up of good and bad bacteria, but the antibiotics and the antibacterials are killing all the good ones, and the bad ones just get stronger and become super infections. It's harder to destroy them and it's harder to detect them, and there's something in her blood, and there's something in her leg, and there's something in her brain. My mom's sick, she's in a hospital bed. I've got a word for all you ghosts in her head, and all you skeletons in her closet. Leave her alone, 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 please, because my mom needs you gone. My mom needs you gone. As long as she is haunted, she'll never get strong. My mom needs you gone. 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 There are my specs, the ones I've been looking for. I threw them out my window 10 years ago, and now they're on my doorstep. So you put one and one together and there will be better weather, and you know that it's forever now that he has custody. With his son up on his shoulders, they are a sight to behold, 'cause the dad is 28 even though he looks 17. So you'll never guess the woes that they have known, 'cause they don't show, and in a couple years they've grown into a perfect family. I'm so proud my brother did so good with his kid. I just wish that I could live with the fishes I love and they're an enemy. But I'm a turtle, it won't work, I've gotta stay out in the current with my house upon my back so I can hide inside of me. All together in the tank, you always dreamed about escaping. When you finally make a break for it, you deserve to be free. To be free. To be free. To be free. Spectacles, the ones I've been looking for. I threw them out my window 10 years ago, and now they're on my doorstep. That's how it happened. The confusion at the store. The shark never knew his father, and the baby never knew his motherboard. I'm nobody's hippie, and the best medicine is back on track with his Taco Bell girlfriend. Maybe I'll listen to Back in Black again and write more letters that I'll never send, and pretend I'm going for a drive, and pretend I'm driving on I-5, and pretend I'm drinking 5 alive, and soon you will arrive. And say you're my hippie, I'll say I'm your hippie. We'll giggle and cuddle and always be happy. We'll never go crazy, we'll never feel crappy. We'll never feel crappy, we'll always be happy. And you and me will be whirlwinds of danger. We'll crash on our bikes and take candy from strangers. I'll sleep on the top bunk, you'll sleep in the manger. The odds always upstage the wager. I'm nobody's hippie, and the best medicine's back in the sack with his Burger King girlfriend. So maybe I'll play Tekken 2 all alone again. Hold down, select, and then laugh at big heads and pretend that my selective seclusion doesn't make me start to jump to conclusions. The shit's not a high fiber optic illusion. My premonitions are not all delusions. Please be my hippie, I'm nobody's hippie. We'll smoke some patchouli, our lives will be trippy. I try to be Mallory, but I'm still Skippy. We'll freebase Tamari like Pat Benattari. I'm nobody's hippie, and the best medicine is back on track with his Taco Bell girlfriend. Maybe I'll listen to Back in Black again and write more letters that I'll never send. And write more letters that I'll never send. Sailing on can't stop in town, 'cause the waves that the boat is on won't settle down. If this boat flips over and everyone drowns, well, that's alright with me. That's alright with me. 'Cause God's green pasture's not heaven to me. I'll spend forever deep down in the sea, singing and swimming and being happy, weightless and painless eternally. One grandpa's ashes and one's underground, and one grandma's ashes and one's still around. If this boat flips over and everyone drowns, well, that's alright with me. That's alright with me. 'Cause God's green pasture's not heaven to me. I'll spend forever deep down in the sea, singing and swimming and being happy, weightless and painless eternally. I don't wanna die alone, I am too proud that you can tell me from the rest of the crowd. But if this boat flips over and everyone drowns, well, that's alright with me. That's alright with me. 'Cause God's green pasture's not heaven to me. I'll spend forever deep down in the sea, singing and swimming and being happy, weightless and painless eternally. The angels and seagulls will ask themselves how. I've got my head in the crow's nest, my feet starboard bow. And the ocean will say, well, she's one of us now, and I will be set free. 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 ago. It's getting harder and harder to sing, and it is hard to focus on my guitar playing when inside a baby is kicking. At first I was sad and scared, 'cause this is all I know how to do. Then John and Peter played standing up. Sometimes something will change, and that change will change you. Then I thought back to 6 years ago, when Brian Pilton told me to play. He gave me a car, a typewriter, a guitar. Before that, all I could do was count days. Then I thought back to before my coma, rehab in Tacoma, my junkie roommates, and all that I knew how to do was put cigarettes out on myself. I took pills and I drank. And I thought back to when I was 15, how I was squeaky clean and I wanted to die. I was feeding the homeless while combating loneliness. All I could do was keep living a lie. Then I think back to that 12-year-old poet, how she didn't know it was what she would be. All she could do was hide under her bed, scared to death that somebody might read her diary. You see, I have changed and I'll keep on changing, and maybe my songwriting will suffer, but it's okay if at the end of the day all I can do next is be a good mother. It's okay if at the end of the day all I can do next is be a good mother. Ask me out, take me over, walk around, meet my mother, take me down to the cellar. All around I see reminders of them. Why am I surprised? Lies and bullshit and bullshit and lies. You'd think I'd give up after so many tries. My fingers on the trigger and my eyes are on the prize. Somersault to September. Hope I last till November. Birthday boys don't remember. all around. I see reminders of them. Why am I surprised? Lies and bullshit and lies. You'd think I'd give up after so many tries. My fingers on the trigger and my eyes are on the prize. Ask me out, pull me over, watch your back, meet my brother, all those boyfriends, all those loose ends. In my pretend harem of Scorpio boys, my pretend harem of Scorpio boys, my pretend harem of Scorpio boys. Washed away the empty space in between my ears, and you said, all that I mean is that you and me didn't meet because of fate, but rather probability. And you said the truth's like corn and lies are like weeds. You said the Schrodinger equation collapsed perfectly, and I said, mercy me, be patient please, cause I don't know a goddamn thing about the birds and the bees. I just know what I'm like, and I'm like what I see. It's hard to see because you just blinded me. And if there's one thing I learned in chemistry, it's that the gain of electrons is reduction, obviously. But you can't see electrons without machines, and you can't tell from my inflection if I'm being mean. And I don't know if I can take you seriously. Sometimes elections depend on the absentees, and my family and my friends and all the little kids that love me make me strong. And no matter how this ends, I know I'll never ever ever be alone. Someday I'll be an old lady with a big dress and an apron, a babushka and bare feet. I'll be out in my garden on my hands and knees, and I'll be singing a song that is really sad and sweet. Mommy and Daddy, your baby is grown, and the smell of the cold wet dirt reminds me of home. Have you ever been swindled by a swindler who lies? Cause he wants to see you smile, have a good time, be inspired, and he doesn't want for you to cry or know he cries inside. So he hides behind this great triumphant rock and roll disguise. You want things to be real, but you really can't deny. You feel excited and on fire. Is it wrong to lie and say he's fine when the reason he's not fine is the pressure of the power changing lives in just 1 hour? All these people will be better people. job and shove it, adios. I'm a ghost, I am leaving for the coast, and I'll never work for anyone again. I'm not your savior or your heavenly host, I'm just a piece of swieback toast, getting soggy in a baby's aching mouth. I'm going south like the geese, I just goosed you, and so maybe I seem loose to you, but I don't even want a spoon. I did once, but I don't now. Now that I see how you do things, the way you play and sing's amazing, but the way you play the game is crazy. You don't have to say you're sorry, you don't owe me anything, don't owe me anything. Like I've got all the answers, but the answers aren't the same when the questions keep on changing. Like how will I react when I see my mother crying every single day, 'cause she is afraid of dying? And how will I contain my anger when Delilah plays Unchained Melody instead of Lost in Your Eyes? And where will I go where I can feel safe when my family sells this place and we all split up and move away? I'm trying to be brave, 'cause when I'm brave, other people feel brave, but I feel like my heart is caving in. I'm trying to be brave, 'cause when I'm brave, other people feel brave, but I feel like my heart is caving in. I'm trying to be brave, 'cause when I'm brave, other people feel brave, but I feel like my heart is caving in. Flying, sailing, dying, same thing. When you get to heaven, find all of my friends there. Tell them that I miss them and I'll see them when I'm done here. Flying, sailing, dying, same thing. And I think about them almost every single night. Sometimes I get so sad and scared I sleep with the light on. Flying, sailing, dying, same thing. Hope you know that losing you's the hardest thing on earth for me. I love you so very much, my pretty little kitty. Flying, sailing, dying, same thing. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I was always strong as long as we were a team. I crawled into somebody's heart who meant the world to me. Love made me strong enough to be alone, it set me free. But with my friends till the end is where I wanna be. With my friends till the end is where I wanna be. I don't need to, but I want to sing with you, 'cause I miss you. I don't need to, but I want to sing with you, 'cause I miss you. You were on my mind at least 9/10 of yesterday. It seemed as if perhaps I'd gone insane. What is it about you that has commandeered my brain? Maybe it's your awesome songs, maybe it's the way when I look at your face, I can tell that you're not going to be stopping soon or even slowing down. And if we keep up this pace, pretty soon we'll know the name of every kid and every grown-up booking house shows in their town. And if home is really where the heart is, then we're the smartest kids I know. Because wherever we are in this great big world, we'll never be more than a few hours from home. And that's important because I need to travel. I've had this itching in my shoes since I was just a little kid. And before I had a minivan, I rode the Greyhound bus. My mom would say, I hope someday you get paid for being Kimya Dawson. And now I do, and it's not much, but it's enough. I've got my Scrabble game, food on my plate, good friends and family, and now there's you. Understanding why I do the things I do, knowing that you do them too, makes me really happy. On the road again, just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again, just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. From a distance, the world looks blue and green, and the snow-capped mountains white. From a distance, the ocean meets the stream, and the eagle takes to darkness, imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute horror. I cannot live, I cannot die, trapped in myself, body my holding. I'll be your crying shoulder, I'll be love's suicide, I'll be I'll be the greatest man of your life. 'Cause I like going for hikes and riding bikes, playing video games in the middle of the night, and I'll stay up late, and I won't even care that we're getting up early to go to the state fair. I'm gonna ride the biggest ride, it'll be out of sight, then I'll share an elephant ear with you if you like, because we are alive, so we've gotta live life to the fullest. You spin the bottle and I'll dim the lights for 5, 6, 7 minutes in the closet. You were on my mind at least 9/10 of yesterday. Seemed as if perhaps I'd gone insane. What is it about you that has commandeered my brain? Maybe it's your awesome songs, maybe it's the way you go straight to the top. You're not scared of getting squashed, you know just when to jump off. You are so brave, and then you run to the right. It seems like there's no hope in sight. Then you drop down to the tube that takes you right to level 8.
Life is a highway and I'm gonna ride it, and every day's a winding road, yeah. My roller coaster's got the biggest ups and downs. As long as it keeps going round, it's unbelievable. Life is a highway and I'm gonna ride it, and every day's a winding road, yeah. My roller coaster's got the biggest ups and downs. As long as it keeps going round, it's unbelievable.
I ran into Matlock at Hadlock Padlock. I said, have you seen my love? He said he was over on Elkins Road, face down in a puddle of blood. Then I ran into Blair Warner at the Chevron at Four Corners. I said, did you see him die? She said that was just a rumor, super duper small town rumor. He was shipped off to treatment last night. And what goes around don't come around, not in this town. 7 walls go up for every 1 wall that comes down. And the old ladies pray they'll be young again someday. Do your job, you dirty slob, or nobody gets paid. She was standing on the dock, trying to hit the moon with rocks. Along came a man with his cock in his hand. He said, spit in his eye, said bye-bye and pushed him in the drink. Then she went to the pay shower and pumped quarters for an hour. Even though she made it, she still felt violated. Wrapped the soap on a rope around her throat, said, dear God, I really hope you let me in heaven, 'cause I'm only 11 and I got nowhere to go. What goes around don't come around, not in this town. Subway sandwich shop was up and the roller rink closed down. And the kids all pray that they'll either get away or get a job like Chad and Dad's meth lab and become rich one day. Little David was learning to skate, he practiced every single day. He kept falling and falling, but he finally learned to ollie. He wondered who he'd tell, he thought he would tell Mel. But Mel and all his other friends were in the county jail. Which is where I sent the letter that said things are gonna get better. He said, you've got it all wrong, why'd you write this stupid song? I said, 'cause you're in my head, even if you want me dead. Just because I said exactly what I meant doesn't mean I meant what I said. What goes around don't come around, not in this town. You don't need karmic retribution if you've got good ammunition. And Mama always prayed that someday she'd get laid by some dumb fuck with a pickup truck and really good cocaine. Please do me a favor, when you go to Penny Saver, get a half rack of Lucky for the girls, 2 roast beef mighty bites, a pack of old gold lights, and meet us at the end of the world. I'll be standing on the cliff with the sunset in my eyes. I'll be too insignificant to feel the need to lie. I wonder if this climbing that you city people do ever leads you to a place with such a pretty view. What if what goes around is just a naked crying clown, and the clouds split down the middle, and a mighty hand comes down, and we think that we are saved, but the hand is made of clay, and my tears make messy makeup streaks all over my face. What goes around don't come around, not in this town. 7 walls go up for every one wall that comes down, and the old ladies pray they'll be young again someday. Do your job, you dirty slob, or nobody gets paid. Nobody gets laid, nobody gets saved. Do your job, you dirty slob, or nobody gets paid. Loose lips might sink ships, but loose gooses take trips to San Francisco. Double Dutch disco, tech TV hottie. Do it for Scotty, do it for the living and do it for the dead. Do it for the monsters under your bed. Do it for the teenagers and do it for your mom. Broken hearts hurt, but they make us strong. And
we won't stop until somebody calls the cops, and even then we'll start again and just pretend that nothing ever happened. We won't stop until somebody calls the cops, and even then we'll start again and just pretend that nothing ever happened.
We're just dancing, we're just hugging, singing, screaming, kissing, tugging on the sleeve of how it used to be. How's it gonna be? I'll drop kick Russell Stover, move into the starting over house. You know, Matt Rouse and Jester watching me achieve my dreams. And we'll pray all damn day, every day, that all this shit our president has got us in will go away, while we strive to figure out a way we can survive these trying times without losing our minds. So if you wanna burn yourself,
remember that I love you.
And if you wanna cut yourself,
remember that I love you.
And if you wanna kill yourself,
remember that I love you.
Call me up before you're dead, we can make some plans instead. Send me an IM, I'll be your friend. Shysters live from scheme to scheme, but my fourth quarter pipe dreams are seeming more and more worth fighting for. So I'll curate some situations, make my job a big vacation, and I'll say fuck Bush and fuck this war. My war paint is Sharpie ink, and I'll show you how much my shit stinks, and ask you what you think, because your thoughts and words are powerful. They think we're disposable, well, both my thumbs opposable, spelled out on a double word and triple letter score. And
we won't stop until somebody calls the cops, and even then we'll start again and just pretend that nothing ever happened. We won't stop until somebody calls the cops, and even then we'll start again and just pretend that nothing ever happened. We won't stop until somebody calls the cops, and even then we'll start again and just pretend that nothing ever happened. We won't stop until somebody calls the cops, and even then we'll start again and just pretend that nothing ever happened.
We're just dancing, we're just hugging, singing, screaming, kissing, tugging on the sleeve of how it used to be. And the blind in the dark trail winding, turned-eyed minds find finds reminding us that our compasses are inside and a GPS is not required for this ride. We will be fine with our eyes closed tight, we will be fine with them open wide, so sit in the back or you can drive. Either way you'll get there in due time.
Sitting bitch, splitting head, spinning through the zigging hedge, back into the primal goop that spit him on the blinking grid, sipping on his eyeball soup, a pretty massive IOUs, quiet scars, science art, tiny parts and giant shoes.
Cause we all get to the end of life and the best laid plans can change overnight, and the best made maps will need updates as earthquakes shift tectonic plates. Clear-cut topiary braille and Amelia Molman navigate for sailors, stars negate creative failures, pants romance taken by tailors.
Holy Moses, Okie fright like ghosts into the strobing light. Rebels play the record once, mothers pray the rosary twice. He knows uprooting, broken tuning, poker pool and okie noodling, drinking blood and eating brains, pissing colors free of names.
Great Danes serenade their jailers, Brittany Spaniel speared by whalers, Whopper Jr. malted milk, some earworms weave the softest silk that we don't mind, stuck in our heads like blankets handmade by our friends. Thermostat for the temporal lobe, warm it up, feel less alone.
Freezing cold and more afraid than normal folk on warmer days, for reasons we may never know or know but never chlorinate. A quarter for the closest gorf, 20 on his bowling score, distracted to the point of accident is what we're going for.
La 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 and a zigga zigga zow, harvest corn crops big toe plow. Can there be a babe without a Paul Bunyan? Wizard's grave wasabi funyuns, I'll hug Bobby's hugging tree as landfills fill with huggy gins. I'm a hoarder hoarding jegging stuffed doggies, books and craft making.
When home is mostly gross behavior, stolen mail and nosy neighbors, earthlings in a metal crate accelerate with poker faces, focused on if they woke up in time for lobby omelets. Then it's pilot to the rocket destination, Delta Quadrant like
Safety scissors cut through leather, melted butter, gently severed, tether clipped, start to breathe, undone dishes, self-release.
This is the collective voice of animals and misfit toys intruding. I'm kidding, it's me. What are you doing?
Conspiracy theorist, but I read blogs by scientists and I believe they know more than we are being told by the mainstream media sources. Want the truth to hold its horses so there isn't mass hysteria as the seafloor erodes and those in and on the ocean all say, hey, what's this commotion, and try to get away. They are moving in slow motion cause their bodies are so heavy from substance thick and deadly. They say, I don't wanna die, it's all your fault, I wasn't ready, and I'm sorry, and I'm scared and sad and mad, and I'm prepared to see the stuff that's in the sea evaporate into the air, where it will gather and form clouds that travel north upon the wind, drop its cool, refreshing poison raindrops on our crops and children. And maybe it's the end. I always thought the end of man would be exactly what we need for the earth to stand a chance. And I always thought that I'd be fine if this happened in my lifetime. Now that I'm a mother, it is really terrifying. I've always identified with the turtle soft insides because there are times when I really need to hide. But even the strongest, toughest, thickest shell is not designed to survive, to survive, to survive. Something of this magnitude, because water is fluid and oil is crude, and it billows way down deep, and it sticks to grains of sand, and it floats up on the surface where the birds all try to land, and it's ruining the marshes. Ecosystems are destroyed, and the people all along the Gulf Coast are now unemployed, while the men who cut the corners still scream drill, drill, drill from their yachts far away and their mansions on the hill, and they turn away the cameras and scream kill, kill, kill as they burn endangered sea turtles alive. They're burning turtles alive. And the seas are all connected, and we are all connected, and you're living in denial if you think you won't be affected. You can't hide behind your flag, because water knows no border. It'll creep in every crevice, it'll seep in every pore. They lie about the damage, the solutions are illusions. There's no cover-up big enough to hide this huge contusion on the face of our mother. Yeah, that's right, Mother Earth is the cost of every living thing, what your product is worth. We are all afflicted with an underground addiction. Will our desire for convenience be the cause of our extinction? The industry's the master, and we are all the slaves, and we're driving, driving, driving to our graves, graves, graves. The industry's the master, we are all the slaves, and we're driving, driving, driving to our graves, 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 graves. So we must teach our kids to love themselves and let them live their lives. What will they be if they grow up whatever they like?
It's crucial to raise children who won't do what they're told, who will fight for what's right, and who can't be bought or sold.
I want nothing of this business, I'm staying underground. I'm gonna ride the railroad and let my guard down. We can forage and ride bikes, jump in lakes, go on hikes. We can sing and sing for hours and click like. When somebody posts something good, we share and spread the truth. It's time to define what success means to you. I hope my kid will never be another cog in their machine, trapped inside a box trying to remember her dreams. They'll sell us all out for their greed, 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 as we cry for the earth while she bleeds, 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 bleeds. So hold on to your loved ones, hold on for dear life. Try to walk like thunder, leaving footprints that are light. Hold on to your loved ones, hold on for dear life. Try to walk like thunder, leaving footprints that are light. Hold on to your loved ones, hold on for dear life. Try to walk like thunder, leaving footprints that are light. Hold on to your loved ones, hold on for dear life, and try to walk like thunder, leaving footprints that are light. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I read blogs by scientists, and I believe they know more than we are being told by the mainstream media sources. Want the truth to hold its horses so there isn't mass hysteria as the seafloor erodes, and those in and on the ocean all say, hey, what's this commotion? And they try to get away, but they are moving in slow motion, cause their bodies are so heavy from substance thick and deadly. They say, I don't wanna die, it's all your fault, I wasn't ready. Again, and a powerless darkness had laid me down. The lights are out all over town, but the earthquake got me out of bed. The earthquake got me out of bed. See the little bird fly round his head as the little boy sits on the ground and makes the toy cars drive around. It's a loss that I can't comprehend. It's a loss
There's been
that
a
I can't
fundamental loss we aren't
comprehend. Cause his mother died the other day. He's only 3 years old. Her body's gone, but her soul is here to stay. See the little birdie, watch him grow. See the little birdie, watch him grow.
October ended with a single feather funneling its way to muddy earth in front of funny sparrow copycatting. Eventually it would select and circle one as if to pause and crown the victim of a loss I wasn't comprehending. There's been a fundamental loss we aren't comprehending. It's said the winged in post-mortal visitation echo well the stasis of a spirit taken from its only home. A legend quoted by the wreathing of a grieving child when all that's left to do is sit and watch the creatures grow and 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 grow. The winds and rain have begun itching in a brain like darkness with a bounty on whatever laid me down. The town had been retiring to its quarters as if waiting for the earthquake.
Got me out of bed. The earthquake got me out of bed. The earthquake got me out of bed. The earthquake got me out of bed. Ever since I was a kid, on the backs of my 2 eyelids I hid 2 teleprompters. They're transmitting words from who knows where. A walkie-talkie on a mission. Roger, Roger, will I listen or will I just pass it along in the form of a sing-along? Whammies and noids, devoid and null. I feel a tingle in my skull like ticker tape. The words appear, there's a parade between my ears. I preach self-love, I know it's true. It's easier to say than do. I sing these messages to you, but now I need to hear them too. I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am strong, and I am lovable. I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am strong, and I am
I was laying bricks in a line, gap full of dog toy, picturing a life beyond that of a protocol droid. Bleep bloop, boy ox, boycott, pea soup. First learn to eat pain at St. Peter's preschool, yum. Now that's a painkiller I can speak through. Airbrush letters on a pristine gene pool, see? My mother said her father drew a ton, but all his cartoons had been swallowed by the Susquehanna flood in 7-2. The year that he would subsequently pass. I know he had a stroke, but I assume that's only half. And now I'm signing up for figure drawing class in a tux like a gentleman, marrying his ash to his dust. Last on a kickball team draft pick list. First to the king, Cullen practicing his kick flips. I'd like to say it's cause I was a rebel. Truthfully, it's easier to say oh hell instead of hello. Hi, you need to get out more. I don't know, I don't wanna be there when the geometry domino. You need to get out more. Maybe, or maybe his pace is better suited for pacing. You need to get out more. Never, I am nailed to the floor, I am snail under pressure. You need to get out more. Fine.
Ever since I was a kid, on the backs of my 2 eyelids I hid 2 teleprompters. They're transmitting words from who knows where. And this is why when I'm on stage my eyes are closed, I'm in a haze. I look like I'm made out of clay. I'm overwhelmed and underglazed. I'm making vases out of snakes. I'm a kiln half full of mistakes. When eating, if air's overlooked, it's gonna crack when it gets cooked. So self-forgiveness is the key to resculpting my sanity. Mindfulness, humility, and taking time to care for me. I preach self-love, I know it's true. It's easier to say than do. I sing these messages to you, but now I need to hear them too. I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am strong, and I am lovable. I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am strong, and I am lovable.
I was laying bricks in a line, jet full of copper top, picturing a life beyond that of a dishwasher, bot buzz, pain, crisscross arms in a tub ring. Learned heartbreak when I Zelda 1 subscreen numb. Learned dark days by the scent of poached dove meat. Some part ways and it's fugly. Maybe the sum of the parts became lesser than each individually making the same gesture. And you don't want to interrupt the overlapping network, so you throw a bag together and elope with cabin pressure to disappear instead of interfere with any customs or differing definitions of liberty and justice. Big dummy dig a hole in the dirt. He put his head in the hole. He is alone in this world and dying slowly from the comfort of his home full of worms until he hear a little voice say, yo, let's go get dessert. Wait, what? You need to get out more. I don't know, over 2 million dead bats in NY alone. You need to get out more. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll just stay back and survey the lots. You need to get out more. Never, I am nailed to the walls in a jail made of deserts. You need to get out more. Okay.